Let's do this. Hey, everybody. Good Sunday morning. On this Sunday, the Lord's Day. Here we go. Go live. Let's do here. Hey, Facebook. Hey, TikTok over there. How's everybody doing? Come on in. We got a few minutes here. I'm going to, Ava and I just got back from our morning walk. Got that 2 miles out of the way, and Ava's about to head back out of town. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the rose, Pam. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning to you. Good morning, TikTok over here. I've got maybe about, what time is it? 9:50? It's later than 9:15, isn't it? Is this only 9:15? Good heavens. I got plenty of time. But half halt farm, Eddie, can we have lunch? Of course. Miss, let's see who's all going on. Look at Miss Ava DuVernay. You have to tell the story about the little book from last night. I live in Newnan. Yeah, Newnan's not that far. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, Miss Rhonda, over on Facebook. What are you doing, Miss Ava? Oh, come here and show them the book. Somebody gave Ava a book last night. I want to read it, and it's a little small book about the life of Coretta Scott King.
The autobiography of Mrs. Coretta Scott King, written by Coretta Scott King.
And I just read the first page, and I'm like, oh, I'll read the rest of this, because she talks about being born in Heirloom, Alabama. What kind of name is Heiberger? It's like a German name, Alabama.
So beautifully. But anyways, we were at Olive and Agatha's bingo thing for Out on Film, and I go to the other end of the table because they needed to call me in for some very important Out on Film work. And so I was like, hey, I guess this book is for you, because it was
supposed to be auctioned off to Ava DuVernay.
It was gifted to Ava DuVernay from Bernice King, but because it said Ava, someone thought it was for me, that someone had written that.
Yeah, so Bernice King has autographed it to Ava, but it's supposed to have been to Ava DuVernay. But that never happened, so they give it to Ava. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet, y'all? I'm telling y'all, when you send out goodness into the world, goodness just hunts you down and tracks you down and comes back to you. Yeah, I want to read it also.
I love this quote at the back. Love is not a program, not a political party, not a race. It is a promise with a power all its own.
Yeah. Didn't we love Coretta? Miss King, didn't we love her?
She marched in the Pride Parade.
She marched. She was one of the first really known people that walked down the middle of Peachtree Street with gay flags and all the homosexuals, and way back in the day, Miss King, Miss Coretta, she was the shit, y'all. She lived her entire life, and she was something, wasn't she? We love her. When the couple of times I've been over to the graveside of Martin Luther King Jr., and she's buried beside him now, I wish there was a little part of Boulevard, and some of you people that's familiar with good morning, beautiful people from North Carolina, tell the truth. Good morning to you there. There's a little part of, and I talked to a city council person about it one time. Yeah, I know a lot of stuff around Atlanta is named after the Kings, Martin Luther King Jr. per se. But for those of you that know Atlanta, I'm located at 328 Boulevard. The shop is 1 block from I-20 on Boulevard, and Boulevard doesn't have a name. It's just called Boulevard. And and it's short too. It only goes from the Federal Pen. It deads into the Federal Pen at McDonald Boulevard, and it ends about 1.5 miles, 2 miles over to Ponce de Leon. Once Boulevard crosses Ponce de Leon, it turns into Monroe Drive. So back several years ago, because I love Miss Coretta Scott King, and I talked to a council person about how would I go about getting a petition or do something. where we changed the name of it from just Boulevard, because it comes right up by the King Center too in Auburn Avenue, to where we named Boulevard Coretta Scott King Boulevard. I just think it would be such it's one of the most populated short streets in Atlanta, because people get off at Boulevard to go downtown. And according to the city of Atlanta, because they put that thing out there where it tracks how many vehicles, 40,000 cars a day go by Boulevard, up and down Boulevard, and go by the corner where the shop's located at. So when I put that Harris sign out on the corner of that shop, well, no wonder it attracted all kind of attention, because 40,000 people a day saw it as they went by. So I still want to put that intention out there, that I would love that to instead of saying that A1 Blueprint is located at 328 Boulevard, that A1 Blueprint's located at 328 Coretta Scott King Boulevard, because I just loved her. Just loved her. She's so stoic and just held her presence, and she never wavered for what right was right and what she stood for. So anyhow, good morning, everybody. Coming to y'all from Atlanta, Georgia, here over on TikTok. We've done got up. It was, man, I did a little short video on Facebook this morning where it was just pouring down rain outside. So I go outside, and I've got a little metal overhang over part of the deck. So I'm sitting out there. I got what I call my summer writing chair. Spring, summer, and fall, I get up and go out and sit outside to do my writing in the morning. And then this season, I should be sitting by a fire in the morning, but it's too warm, and it's up in the 70s now. Thank y'all there for the gifts, y'all. Y'all people are too sweet. Thank y'all. Come on in the room, TikTok. Come on. Ava, I guess because she had on her blonde hair, but the live we did last night on TikTok, man, it just skyrocketed out there. Had all kinds of people following. Hey, good morning, Robert. Good morning to you too. It's going to be, I'm not really into the Super Bowl this Sunday, y'all. I don't know. I may not even watch it. I don't know who really the halftime show is. I probably will watch it. I don't care who wins, the Eagles or Kansas City, blah, 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 yeah, who causes minions. Maybe it was a lot of the Trump people that came in last night. They just, but God bless them. Let's just pray for them this morning. It's the Lord's Day in the South. I was raised up. If you was raised up in the South, you had to go to the moonshiners to get your liquor on Sunday. It's the South. Sunday was the Lord's Day. Y'all know that old Baptist saying in Baptist churches about the Baptists, they know everybody except each other at the liquor store. So don't we like to poke fun at the Baptists, because they're full of shit, most of them. Don't in race of goalposts. Yeah. So, but anyhow, I'm heading over here shortly to on Sunday mornings. I feel like I'm a wayward stranger. They've been closed. I'll go over to a place on Sunday mornings. Oftentimes, most of the time, called Metron, Metron. You can Google it. Bishop Jim Swilly. They have a gathering at the Atlanta Theater over in Kirkwood, in the neighborhood of Kirkwood. You can locate the Atlanta Theater. Google the Atlanta Theater, and it starts at 11:11, and it usually is over at 12:30. Thereabout. So about an hour and 20 minutes or whatever. Jim Jim always usually has some kind of teaching about enlightenment and trials and burdens and heartaches. And it's not a preaching. It's usually there's a couple little 5-minute meditations of just getting our spirit kind of softened and ready for the morning. So I'm heading over there. Ava's got some video stuff she's got to do, and she the girl stays busy. So I'm going to head over there. And it's been a few weeks, because they was out of meditation in Helen that I didn't go to, and then they was closed a Sunday or two for snow in the city, and So I feel like I backslid, and I'm a wayfaring backslider. You know, the way of a transgressor is hard when you, yeah. There was a lot of guilt and manipulation put on us back in the church going days when we lay out of church. Did you see Donald J. Trump's latest tweet on teachers? I'm livid. Lovely lady of M Street. Isn't M Street pretty? No, I haven't seen that, y'all. I'm kind of still on holiday from the Donald Trump stuff. You know, I'll get into it this evening or during the week. I'll have my moments where I get into it, but man, you have to. I'm just kind of protect my headspace and not get too wrapped up in a lot of that stuff. It's crazy. I mean, all of us knew it's going to be batshit crazy. It's just going to be it's every single day of the next 4 years. It's going to be just a dumpster shit show in a dumpster fire. And so, yeah. Thank you, TikTok. TikTok's filtering some of the comments it says that might not be appropriate. So my thing is when I engage deeply in political talk and stuff, but at the same time, I have to protect my headspace on days like this. I woke up this morning. Danielle said that's what I've been doing too. It's too much. I woke up this morning and I declared that this day is going to be a good day. This day is going to be a good day. I'm going to enjoy many aspects of this day. I mean, just the fact that Ava and I just got our morning walk in, and listen to this. This happens pretty fairly in our neighborhood. We're walking and a man's walking his dog, and as he walks by, he stops and he just points at us and he's like, I know y'all. I know y'all from online. I'm like, yeah, good morning to you, whatever. And and then we had another lady that's a dog sitter, so sweet. She dog sits my neighbor Tiffany's dogs when she's out of town, although she's not out of town right now. But she slowed down and she's like, good morning, y'all. Just wanted to say hey. And that's why oftentimes, like on my Facebook page, hey, Freedy, yeah. North Dakota moving to make itself a Christian nationalist state. Yeah, we're living through the shit right now, y'all. We as a country is walking through the fire. Don't look back, just keep on walking. And we have to protect our headspace a little bit in these times. But oftentimes, like this morning, most of my posts come from some part that touches me. So this morning, I just took a picture as we walking in Jefferson Avenue, and I said, Jefferson Park is a wonderful neighborhood. Well, my God, we had a random stranger come up and talk to us, talking about sees us on social media. And another lady slows down and says, good morning, wanted to say good morning. Y'all, just wonderful. Y'all, we went to Folk Art last night, pretty big size place over in Hateville. And they had a bingo night, started at 8 o'clock with raising money for Out on Film, I believe it was, which Ava sits on the board of directors or something, I believe. Yeah, or on the board. And hey, TikTok, good morning out there. Good Sunday morning to everybody. I'm coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia this morning in the little city of East Point in the little neighborhood of Jefferson Park from Constance's house. Eddie William Sellers, that is. But this place, Folk Art, oh my God, you can go over there in evening time and get biscuits and gravy. You get, y'all, it was so awful. I said, because, I've been on sugar detox and, and even February, except for Savannah's birthday cake, I've really not ate sugar. And I don't drink Diet Cokes and all like that. I just do water. So anyway, I see this picture of on the menu of sweet potato pancakes. So I said, I want sweet potato pancakes. Hey, Taria. Hey, good morning to you. I said, I want to order these sweet potato pancakes because, I don't eat breakfast meat and all like that. And I said, I want to get whipped cream. You can add whipped cream and strawberry. And I did. Well, y'all, I posted a picture of it on Facebook. They brought me out 4 massive pancakes, sweet potato pancakes laid on a plate with whipped cream and strawberries all over. Well, we had 12 other people sitting at our table. it embarrassed me. I'm like, oh my God, these people think I'm an absolute gluttonous pig. They just think, oh, my God, look at that man. Hey, surely he's not going to eat all that. So it kind of embarrassed me a little bit. I looked around at the table and I'm like, well, my God, who could eat all this? Who could eat all this? This is almost embarrassing. But y'all, I poured some syrup over and got started into it. I ate every bite of it. And I just felt embarrassed that I even went on and on about who could eat all this. And they're like, yes, that man he ate every bit of that. Yeah, they were delicious. They were delicious. And so anyhow, I mean, I got it down. And maybe that's why last night when I got home, we left at 10:30 and got into bed by about 11. Well, after eating that big old plate of pancakes with all that strawberry and whipped cream and syrup, and I had a Bloody Mary to wash it down with. Well, I'm telling you, never be embarrassed by indulging something so wonderful. Well, I'm telling you, I slept so hard last night. It was like I slept in the hands of Jesus all night long, and I didn't even turn over during the night. I think that pancakes just put me like an Ambien, just put me out for the night. But good morning, Mr. Jeff. Good morning, everybody out there in TikTok land. You know, back when I used to have a radio broadcast in the 80s, and whenever that was, I'd refer to people out there in radio land. Good Sunday, everybody out there in radio land. How y'all doing today? The Lord be with you. The Lord walk with you. The Lord take care of you out there in radio land, and to all the sick and shut in, you know. And so good morning, Bridget. Good morning to you. So, in one way, the internet, social media is just like people being out there in radio land, but it's actually TV land also, because monitors are basically little TVs. And but good morning, everybody. Coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. Ava done went and got back in the bed. I'm gonna grab me a shower, get up, get out on my day. This is going to be a good day. This is going to be, I'm thinking I'm going to maybe after I leave Metron, maybe stop by Home Depot and pick up a 5-gallon bucket of paint. And good morning, Candy Cane. Good morning to you. I'm just on here saying good morning to everybody, y'all. It's something how that these intentions we put out, and y'all, I don't know the ins or outs of it. I don't know how it works. I don't know about the great depths of vibrations and energies. I do know this. Good morning, Jade. Good morning to you. Thank you. Good morning, Babs, from Indiana, all the way up there in Indiana. Boycott the Super Bowl and come to the Colonnade. I'm not going to watch. I would. I keep saying I'm going to go to the Colonnade. Taria, Ava and I ate at Mary Mac's the other day, like 2:00 in the afternoon, and I think that kind of eating that basket of bread, I can't do that too often. Colonnade's a lot like Mary Mac's, maybe better, you know. New Hampshire in the house. Good morning to you. So morning, Carla Joe over on Facebook. So what I was going to say, I don't understand all the great masters of energies and awakenings and vibrations and intentions and all like that. But I just know I know it works. I know there's something about putting your intention out there. You know, something about that really is powerful. And something works with it. And so, like when I get up in the mornings and I say, man, before the day even leaves the train station, I'm like, man, this is going to be a good day. This is just going to be a good day. Man, that's a powerful intention to set before you, you know? And even in some of the scriptures, it says, good morning from Newberry, South Carolina. Good morning to you there, over there in Newberry. Good morning, Miss Alicia. Good morning. I was just passing by and found you. Like it here. Good. Good morning to you. So there's something powerful about this whole thing about intentions, and it works. I find it working on big things. I find it working on little things, and yeah. So even the scripture says, "I set before you good and evil. Choose this day," and all that. Yeah, it's a lot of this part of life is our choices and our intentions and what we put out there. And so that's why I always speak good things about yourself. I am in good health. Where you're like, well, Eddie, I don't feel like I'm in that good of health this morning. So, well, just put your intention out there. I am in good health. Things are going to find a way to be resolved. Things are going to get better. Put these good intentions out there before you. Not to get all kooky and weird and stuff like that, but there's something about the intentions that we set out there that really is powerful. I've found out that they're just powerful for me. So let me get me a little sip of coffee in between this. So anyway, y'all, good morning, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Isn't it amazing how we can go live and talk to people around the world? I'll tell y'all something else that was real sweet last night. Let me see what's over here. So Ava and I walk in and we sat down and they set us at a little table, and then these other people come over and said, why don't we all get a bigger table? And there was a table to seat 12 of us. So 12 of us sat at this one long table, 6 on either side. And so before the show started, and I should know the names of these two performers and drag queen performers that host bingo night at Folk Art every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Some of you people should go enjoy it. It was fun. I mean, it was actually fun. You pay like $10 for the ticket for 3 bingo cards or something. And it takes them forever because they're in between calling numbers. They're like, yeah, remember that time so-and-so, they're kind of performing, and they have a little stick they do that's actually, and good morning, Miss Valerie. And if I'm being honest, I've hung out in gay bars back in my 40s and gay drag shows in New York and Costa Rica and Atlanta. And I never have really been a big fan of drag shows. It's kind of, campy and whatever. I mean, never been a big fan of them, but I've sat in many a bar. I took my granddaughter Savannah to her first drag show in the afternoon in Key West back in July. It was wholesome. It wasn't nasty like most drag shows are. And but I did enjoy these two performers. And I know, and what's so weird about it, I have followed them for the last 2 or 3 years because they're big promoters of Hateful. And they're just a big promoter of everything that's going on in Hateful. And I followed the Hateful neighborhood page, which they're a big part of in promoting stuff. If Ava was in here, I could. So anyhow, one of them, me and Ava sits down, and one of them walks up to the side of me and lays their hand on my shoulder and said, I just wanted to take a minute to tell you, I followed you religiously through the campaign, and you were such a blessing to me. And y'all, it was so sincere and so heartfelt that when she walked away, when they walked away, I almost get teary-eyed now because it brought back all the emotions of the thousands of people that I was hearing from. And to think that here I am sitting in a little place in Hateful, and somebody that I followed for a long time were also following me and telling me what a blessing I'd been. You know what? If somebody's been a blessing to you, tell them. It does something to the souls of people to be encouraged and lifted up and spoken to. And Jade said, you made me realize I'm not alone for sure. Incredible. Tell them, yes. So if somebody's been good to you, tell them, I appreciate you being good to me. If somebody's been a blessing to you, if somebody's give you hope, or the thing about it is, it's no secret that when we lift others up, we lift ourselves up. That's one reason that we loved talk show hosts like Oprah and Johnny Carson and Dave Letterman and all these other people. Supposedly they're not the stars, which in essence they're big star. They kind of just set to the side and promote other people. Well, in promoting their guests and other people, they lift themselves up where they're become the main attraction. So when we tell, thank you, Miss Rhonda. Miss Rhonda said, you've been a blessing to me. I enjoy being with people who are not filled with hate. Yeah. So don't have no qualms about it. I used to feel a little weird, even in the years that I played guitar and my younger days, man, I loved to sing. I'd grab a microphone. And I had musicians and boy, I was, you talking about Pentecostal singing? I'd just grab a microphone. I'd be like, that Hammond organ would kick in, and I'd be like, oh, when the redeemed are gathering in, washed like snow and free from sin. Oh, how we'd sing and how we'd shout when the redeemed are gathering in. And then people come up and said, oh, Brother Eddie, I really enjoyed that. Well, some of that I felt a little awkward. Like, yeah, you ain't supposed to be praising me. You're supposed to be praising the Lord. I was indoctrinated. Indoctrination. Let me tell you, all you people who might run across this, who might be listening to this, doctrinal indoctrination is a form of bondage. I don't care what college you went to. I don't care if you went to the Candler School of Theology or you go up to Harvard and get that degree. Wherever, if you're being taught doctrinal indoctrination, that is a form of bondage in itself. Because in him, in them, in they, in she, in all of what God is, there's total, absolute freedom. Total, absolute freedom, So anyhow, ventured off on the tangent right there. Y'all, I got to get a shower, go get my Sunday going. Enjoy the stay. It's a blessing to be alive. Let me just close with this right here. Thank y'all for the hearts over here. Coming to you from Atlanta, about to leave you right here in Atlanta this Sunday morning. Let me just share this right here with you today. Whatever you're going through, I know some of you listening to this, you might be in the last stages of cancer. You might be hanging in, you might even have an earpod on, an earpod in an ICU unit, but you're awake. And you might be seeing this because on this platform right here, man, the power of this platform, the power of 2025, where 30, 40 years ago, I'd rent a little storefront somewhere in a shopping center and preach a message to 20 or 30 people. In this new age of 2025, on this platform, on these social media outlets, I can speak to 1 million people in one afternoon. It's crazy, the power of this platform. And so what I would tell you with that, and this is what I want to close with. For you people that whatever state you're in right now, in health, in spirituality, in finances, in whatever's going through, you're having breakups in your family, you're going through divorce, whatever. And I'm speaking in a real negative context because in different seasons of our life, we go through a lot of negative times. Whatever you're going through this morning, wherever you're at in life this morning, you're alive. That's 99% of it. You're alive. And as long as you're alive, there's always tomorrow. Now, should I break out in Annie singing, the sun will come out tomorrow? Bet you bottom dollar that tomorrow, come what may, the sun will come out tomorrow because you're alive today. Love y'all. Ain't I silly? Silly, get on here preaching a little bit. Good Lord.